Okay, kia ora team and welcome to episode 46 of Yarns with Beef and Matt, brought to you by LS Katie and Frog Grips. I'm Beef.
I'm Matt.
I'm Matt.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Georgia.
Wow.
How good, yes. Joining us today is the Tamworth trio. We have the CrossFit Games debutant Georgia Pryer, Trap Daddy Jake Douglas in the middle there, and Matt with one T because he couldn't afford the other one, Crowe. How are we, team?
What a guy.
All honesty today, boys. All honesty.
How are we, team?
Yeah, mate. Going well. Going real well. Quite cold in Tamworth this week, but it is what it is.
You know what's funny about that?
Just dealing with it.
Is that the last 4 episodes we've started by saying it's cold here, and we're like, we're not going to say it this time. And you've just come in hot with it. It's cold here. So
We're in sync, boys. We're in sync.
stick to what you know.
Is there a the podcast? I'm ready to jump
Yeah,
in.
he's been doing his research. This is the first time we've done like a one of these teams. So if it's not up to standard, no, it will be. It will be.
Blame
It
Jake.
is.
How good is this? Jake, how are you, mate? We'll throw it over you. How are you feeling? How you going?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Just training alongside Pep at the moment, getting ready for the games, or getting ready for her to be ready for the games. So it's pretty enjoyable.
Where does Pep come from?
Oh, I can't tell you.
Me.
Okay.
I read her email once wrong when I first started. I was like, what the hell is this pep thing in your email? And she's like, it's not. And then like all nicknames, it just stuck. Obviously, there's a bit more to the story, but yeah, it just came from me reading the email wrong.
Right.
Very good. Oh, Pep, how are you?
Most of the time, anything around the place is just a blunder from Matt. Like he's messed up somehow along the line.
Sweet.
Now it's just stuck.
Oh, too good. Well, yeah, Pep, how are you?
I blunder, so it doesn't happen that often. So
All right.
Are we going to ask a third time?
Hey, Pep,
How are you?
how are you? You can answer that if you want.
we missed it.
It's going to be a shambles, eh?
There you go, Pep.
I'm going good.
Thanks, Jake. Thanks for translating there. I appreciate that.
Now you kind of get a bit of an idea of what the hell goes on around here.
Yeah, no, it's good.
No, it's fluent in Kiwi, so I can interpret. And I'll relay that to you boys too when you don't quite understand. So we'll be sweet.
Oh, actually, I had something to bring up, Jake. Last time we were on, old mate here was giving you some shit because he's a Maroons supporter.
Oh, shut.
I heard the Blues got up pretty recently. Do you want to...
Oh, yeah, a little win. Yeah, a little win. Yeah, it's all right. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, he just throw Mitt back in that side. Unbelievable, wasn't it? Hey?
I don't watch league. It's fucking boring.
It was a hard watch, mate, I'll tell you that.
Anyway,
Yeah, anyway, Ben, you watch the game?
I'll step outside.
I did. What's that?
I missed it. I didn't see it. What was the final score?
You seen it. Don't give me that.
Rightio, let's dive into the meat and veggies of this. Georgia, how are you getting on? It's a couple of weeks. How long since Torian? Fucking month now, is it?
Oh, yeah, a month and a bit.
Time flies.
So, yeah, going all right. I leave for America in just under 3 weeks.
Exciting.
From
Where
now?
are you heading to? HWPO camp?
I'll go straight to Texas,
Oh, okay.
and I'll meet the guys there once they get there.
Nice.
Yeah.
How good. And are you two following along with her?
No, I'll meet her after a couple of weeks. So she'll be there, I think, like just shy of 3 weeks before. And I'll
Yeah.
fly in the week of the games. So Georgia's gone over early, just obviously for like heat acclimation, make sure like her body clock's in sync by then. And yeah, then as we lead into it, I'll catch up with her on Monday for check-in and stuff.
How about you, Matt? You just staying back, looking after the fort?
I'm staying back, steering the ship from back here. So I had my time over there last year. So hopefully I'm able to make it again next year, and I'll just go every odd year.
Why
How about
don't
that?
you start training now, Matt? And fucking...
Oh, that's what we said. Yeah, give me 2 years though. Come on, let's be
Wouldn't be
realistic.
fair.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, I know.
All of a sudden, if he starts competing, Oceana's got 10 spots going to the game.
That's right.
The games don't want that.
CrossFit Games held in Tamworth now, so.
That's it.
Could be good. I reckon we chuck in a team, Matt. Matt Attack.
Why not?
Plus whoever wants to. If we find some chicks called Matilda, fucking Matt Attack.
Team attack.
Go.
Yeah,
Okay.
just one team, Matt, one team attack will be sweet.
Easy.
Yeah, if you start putting out for like inquiries now, you might get a team by 2034.
Might get a response. We'll have auto reply on that. We'll miss that.
Fucking hell.
That auto reply. It's wild.
Yeah, it was fucking good, man.
I guess we've had a bit of a backstory on George and Jake, but I would like to know a bit more about the man behind Snake Athletic. If you want to run us through your childhood there, Matt.
Do you want it compressed? Do you need it a long version? Because they can add as much as they need to as well.
You just start talking.
You just ask questions. I can answer them, mate. Easy as that.
Go for it. You just dig in. Where'd you grow up? Let's start there, bro.
Here, so I'm Tamworth, born and bred, then moved away for a few years. Jake and I actually went to school together. We were the same year.
Oh, yeah.
Jake's first encounter with me, he can tell the story if you like.
Yeah, so the thing that got me into fitness and weights in general is like Matt actually ran straight over the top of me in a game of footy.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so Matt was one of them kids. So see how big he is now? He was this size in year 3. I'm not kidding. You had a beard in year 6. Like, man, you could have been playing seniors in like primary school.
So you heard the term peaked in high school. I peaked in primary school. Boy.
Yeah, he ran straight over me, and like my whole body was the size of one of his legs, and I was like, "This isn't any good. I need to get into training." And that's how. So Matt kind of started my journey, you know.
Oh, how good. Was that like primary school? You guys playing rugby
against each other? Yeah.
Oh, nice. So where did you move after Tamworth, Matty?
Mate, I went to London, did a stint over in London for a couple of years, and then came back, went to Melbourne for a few years as well. Snuck back to Tamworth in 2020, about 4 weeks before the COVID lockdowns happened. So I missed that 8-month lockdown in Melbourne. And then was working with Dad here in town because that was when like all the government grants were getting handed out. People didn't know, like it was a crazy time for business. So I was just literally landscaping with my old man in between jobs. I was going to move to Newcastle. Jake rang me once we knew that obviously there was more openings going to happen. He said, "Hey, I need help with the business." Like he wanted to change how he was going to run it. And then, I just jumped in, and that was, 2020. And here we are. What are we, 4.5 years later? And just, things are going gangbusters, which is awesome.
Yeah, should you? Yeah, it's mean. So you were landscaping. What were you doing over in London? Let's fill in the gaps for us, man.
All right. Yeah, right. You want the big story. Yeah, so I was been in transport logistics for years. That's what I did. And then went to London and just worked and partied, traveled Europe, had a good time. So that's like you're on that 2-year kind of visa. So you've got limited time. So I just did as much travel as I possibly could. Met some awesome people over there. And then, moved back after your visa runs out. Did some traveling to like Central America, backpacked through there on the way back through home. And then, when I got back, just like in Tamworth for a little bit, going back to the old gig, which is transport logistics. And then eventually I was like, I'm moving to Melbourne. And then in that kind of company, it was like, well, how about you run a bus business down in Melbourne? I was like, sick, no worries. So I went and got my truck license, like HR crash box in like another town. 3 months later, I drove a big 13-meter coach down to Melbourne and just started doing a bus charter business. It was crazy, like just thrown straight into the deep end, taking people out on bus charters, kind of like the version where if you needed to go on a wine tour and you get a bus and a driver, that was kind of what I was running. So then, a couple of buses into that, down in there, had drivers, had all this going on. Jake came down for a CrossFit comp with G, actually while I was living down there. So that was when like that South Wharf one and G and Ellie Turner versed each other back when they were the size of drink bottles. Like, so it was cool to watch that. First saw her compete. Yeah. And then, I was just floating around working down there. And then, as I said, did all that, didn't love buses enough to be consuming all my life. So then I was like, nah, transport out of that, came back here, and then here we are. Got into Snake eventually.
How good.
Yeah, fair play. How did Snake come about? Was that a joint venture? Because I know you guys are both owners.
No, so Jake's obviously owner. I'm part of the business as well, but it's all started by him. But I was kind of Jake's first client back in the day, kind of thing, when it was in the garage. So that would have been 2012 circa, and I was like, stuff it. That's when I came in, and that's when I got introduced to CrossFit through him. So he was mucking around this, 4x4 kind of space. It was
I
like,
actually got I've got some old footage of like trying to max out cleans and stuff back in like 11, 12, 13, 14, like all in like garage, and you can see Matty in the background at times and stuff. Like he was one of the first. I had 2 clients back then that like wanted to learn what I was doing, and it was like Matty, who wanted to shed some weight because he was about to go traveling, and another kid, and that kid ended up going to the games as a team, and Matty ended up coming into the business. So it's crazy, man, how like it was never going to be a business at all, and it just kind of like, yeah, it's just weird that Matty was like one of the first guys to adopt the methodology, and now all of a sudden like he's well and truly embedded in the business and like he's in sort of thing, you know.
So, what? I know we do want to get onto you two as well. You're pretty important people, but Matt's the man. We need more background. What do you do?
He's my favoritism, can you? His name's Matt. Yeah.
You guys go chuck the jug on. We'll carry on.
Matt.
What do you do in the business day to day? Talk us through.
oh shit.
Good question.
Yeah. Hang on.
Still figuring that
It's
out.
like, sorry, I just turn up. I open the doors and then shut them at night. So that's about it.
So,
No, it's literally anything that, like any other affiliate. So you just basically the whole maintenance side of it, the member side of it, retentions, looking after these 2 events is essentially it as well. That's probably one of the really cool roles that I get to do is travel away when they compete. I just do all the logistics. That's kind of like my background. So just making sure everything that needs to be done is done so no one has to think about it. So I kind of put that into my role a little bit is just, planning ahead, new members, new corporate stuff, just trying to get the business to forever evolve. So you're always ahead of the game. That's essentially what you're trying to do.
how good. Is there a snake athletic bus? Like, has that happened yet?
Not yet.
There's been conversations.
There has been conversation.
I can get on board.
Just like taking the group around. That'd be the dream.
Yeah, should you?
I've seen the van. That must be the training wheels. We're on our way.
That's it. Yeah, G's just starting to learn to drive the van now. So hopefully she's driving buses soon.
She's a race car driver. Didn't you hear?
Yeah, it's around. She does just comes over speed bumps. I'm surprised the car still rolls. She hits them.
Oh,
Practicing.
so good. Yeah, thanks, guys. This was a chat that we were hoping to have while we were in Australia, so we're just ticking off all our bases here. We wanted to get to know the man. But, to bring it back to the athletes in the room, Matt. George. George, it's a huge congratulations to you. You've qualified for the CrossFit Games, and I know that when we talked, that was the goal. You did say, if there's a time to do it, it's now. How are we feeling having accomplished that goal?
I'm feeling really good. It's still like super surreal at the same time. It's getting more real, obviously, having to actually do things to get myself there, like you're spending money and booking flights and whatever. But yeah, I'm very excited. I can't wait to be there and just experience what it is to be at the games, but also obviously very nervous and unsure. Like it's obviously so new and just different to what I have been through, but I can't wait. Yeah, pretty excited.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. And obviously that was the goal heading into Torian, but heading into the CrossFit Games, have you set any goals or expectations for yourself?
Not specifically. I don't know. I just want to go there and, see what it's all about, really. There's not for me any like result goals. Like I don't plan on placing, in X amount of spots or whatever. Also, don't really care if I come last. Like I'm just there and I'm glad I get to be there. So I just want to enjoy it.
Yeah, 100%. Over to you, Jake. Like going into Torian, obviously it wasn't probably the result you were looking for. So coming away from Torian Pro, where's your focus now? I know you've said before that you're trying to make sure Georgia has the best preparation. So where's your mindset gone from Torian Pro to now, where we're sitting?
So the mindset after Torian is I'm just not thinking about myself as an athlete at this stage, right? It's like I need to do the best job I can do for George. I need to be the best business partner I can be for Maddie. I need to be the best husband for Earl and dad to Frank and Johnny. That's like my goals. Like when you're an athlete, it's a selfish thing. And a lot of those things have been put on the back burner for me to try and just the way the year panned out to try and get through the year or continue in the season the way it was. Like I was very selfish and very time consuming on my just personal what I needed, right? So now it's just I've just switched gears, man. It's like until after the games, I'm not even thinking about myself as anything other than like whatever hat I need to wear for George, whatever hat I need to wear for Matt. Like, and where our relationship's tricky and it's complex, just as us three, and then also with my family life, it's like we're friends, we're training buddies. We've also got like a coach-athlete relationship and friends and everything in between. And that's the same with me and Matt. We need to kind of switch gears between like what's good for a business and then what's good for our own friendship. And, you know, I've been mates with this guy for longer than, you know, for over half my life. So that kind of thing also plays into, you know, if you've ever been in business with a friend, like that stuff's tricky. So it's just about managing relationships for me at this point and not trying to think too much about, what my plan is. I just want to make sure that everyone around me is firing now.
Oh, nice. So that's your mindset after Torian. Going into Torian, because we never got a chance to catch up, where were your expectations going into that event?
Yeah, it was tricky. It's like that's a double-edged sword for me to answer that question is like my expectations were to make the CrossFit Games, like for sure, hands down. I believe that I could do that. I believe I probably could have done that with just a few more weeks under my belt. I just had a really tricky start to the year and it wasn't ideal. And yeah, there were lots of things that, and on the other side of that, away from it, like wanting to make the CrossFit Games was just being there was just huge for me. I just didn't have the run I needed, and every week, like people wouldn't know this, but like I didn't think I'd finish the Open.
Oh, really?
You know, I didn't think I'd get through week one of the Open. Yeah, so I hadn't trained for like 2 weeks prior to the first workout, and then it was just like every Open workout was like the only Metcon I would have that week. My back was in such a bad way, and then I was just following that sort of all the way through. You know, so all I did before quarters was like echo bike intervals.
Is that the back injury you got from down under? Is it that same?
Yeah, like I actually bounced back from down under quite well, and then in February, like 10 days out from the Open, I had like a running deadlift workout, and I just blew my back out.
Yeah.
Again, it was just so much worse this time, and you know the just conversations I was having, I thought I was done. Hey, like I couldn't stand up straight.
All right.
So then for me, just to actually get to Torian and then finish the weekend the way I did, like I kind of can look back on it and hang my hat on the fact I didn't quit, you know. So the weekend didn't pan out, but then when I look at the events and I kind of look at what happened, it's like, well, I can see the obvious reasons why these were bad. I'm really happy with execution on the last two and the mindset of the last two. Even though I'm out of a qualifying spot, it's like no, I'm here to compete still. So yeah, I think it was like kind of like a real big mixed bag of emotions for me the whole weekend and before it and after it.
Yeah. And then Maddie, I suppose on that, right now you're pretty lucky. It's just Georgia going, so you can just focus on Georgia and the business. But going into Torian, you obviously, I mean, I was watching you every time one of them would compete. I was literally probably like 10, 20 meters away. And like you were nearly falling off the fucking barrier. You like every time. I was like, man, because you got there. Oh, anyway, funny story. You like lean forward whenever you're getting excited. Anyway, how do you?
Probably as well. Yeah, that's Yeah, continue.
Yeah,
Sorry.
So how were you balancing being there for both of them in such a major event?
Like, I mean, just what Jake just touched on as well. Like, you need to backtrack as well. Like, the story of Jake and the emotions riding into it. There was that swing from the first two workouts to the second two, obviously, of that weekend of the quarters, and going from 80th down to 41st when we first saw the results. And we're like, holy shit. So, like, that was an emotional time. And then, like, the years before that, watching them come through and just getting to Torian, you're riding that emotion. So it gets not easier every single time you're there. It just depends on the different pressures of it as well. But by all means, I mean, I'm with them the whole step of the way. You see them every single day. We probably spend more time together than what their family would sometimes. So you kind of know exactly what's going on, and you like to think, you know, it's control any of it, but you can't. It's harder to watch. I don't care what they say. It's harder to watch. Like they're out there, they're probably not really thinking about anything else other than get to the end of the line. Whereas here you're trying to figure out where someone else is, what the times are from other heats. Like you're just literally trying to play it all like a game of chess. And then, yeah, with G, like we knew obviously going into that final day what needed to be done, and just seeing some of the, like we said, she had ice in her veins for that last day and just nailing it. And yeah, I was just super proud. It was a real cool moment.
Yeah, for sure.
And then like I got to look down and see all like G's family and crew down off to the side, and they were all losing it. I'm just like, oh, thank God I'm not the only one. And that barrier was probably losing it as well, because I would have been. I was into it. But, yeah, it's a tough time, that's for sure. But having them both there, and then obviously the two other girls of Caitlin and Maisie at the back, I was controlling those girls as well. So yeah, it was a different experience this year. Because there was 4 of them now. Like before, it was literally I would just hang off Jake's hit majority for the other Torians and G as well. But now it was kind of like, no, move here, wear that hat, go speak to them, do this, go back there, and yeah, it was full on.
Yeah, for sure.
It was awesome.
So who were the other 2? I didn't know you had another 2 on your roster.
Yeah, so Maisie Wild, she was on our roster, and Caitlin Hand. So they were 2 girls that came through, and they were in the top 40 competing like as well. So it was really, really cool. And that was kind of who you might have saw them obviously up in the booth if you're that close and whatnot. The couple of other girls that would have been sitting with G. So yeah, there was 3 of them out there at any given time.
So, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, it was.
Do they train at Snake as well, or are they elsewhere?
So Kato is literally an athlete that just does a 5 a.m. class. Like she made it, like it's crazy to think, like she just literally turns up and does classes, and she's been doing it for a while. Like she's been slugging it out. And once G made it a couple of years ago, that kind of like put a bit of a fire in her belly. So yeah, it was good to see her finally tick that box this year. And then Maisie's another coach of ours. So she's only been in CrossFit for less than 2 years. She's got the gymnastics background as well, like G, and so does Caitlin. And yeah, so she's a coach here, and she made it, and she finished 19th. I think, this year. So, like, again, she's just got another 12 months under her belt. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy, the amount of athletes coming now. I know they have, like, backgrounds in other sport, but, like, Ella Price is another one that comes to mind. Like, been doing CrossFit 18 months, and they're just crushing it, man. Yeah, it breaks my heart, but it's good to see. You know? Anyway.
2012 back in the garage, but here I am, still haven't made it yet. What's going on?
We're taking applications now for that team, by the way, guys. So get in touch at Matt with 2 T's.
I'll be team captain, though, please. Let it happen.
Oh, yeah. Mascot, too. We'll see. Jake's hidden that shirt before we started recording, but there's a beautiful shirt back there.
Yeah, why are you hitting it?
Oh, there we go.
See? Yeah, cracker.
Easy work.
No, that's awesome, mate. Couple screws loose on that handrail up the top there, but you touched on something quite important actually. The roller coaster that was the Torian Pro for you, no doubt, but the roller coaster that was quarterfinals. It was hard to follow every athlete going up and down on the leaderboard over that weekend, but yeah, how was quarterfinals for you guys? Because there was a lot of surprises, a lot of upset athletes. How did that whole thing go down for you guys?
Yeah, well, getting a major penalty on event 2, that was bad.
Yeah, that's right. That threw him way back. We weren't expecting that.
There was no major penalty. I was really bad in that workout. Just saying that. Yeah, look, no, it was an interesting one. I felt like we actually brought a judge in from the Judges Association. Yeah, so that was awesome. And like, he even read through especially the step up one. He's like, hey, look, it says that the head needs to be like neutral and has to be above your shoulders or whatever, or behind the dumbbells or whatever it stated on the scorecard. And I was like, nah, fuck, man. And he's like, no, I think that we should hold this standard just in case. So we all did. We all held the standard, and he was like hard on us the whole time. And yeah, I don't think any of us copped a penalty, or maybe I think Maisie might have got a 1 second penalty for like dumbbells going down or something. All right. But yeah, so things like that, I was pretty confident that like none of our guys are going to get video submissions. On a personal front, I actually didn't think I was going to qualify through quarters, just the way I felt and the way the workouts panned out, what the movements were. And then on the flip side of that, it was like I was watching G, and like I was like, "Fuck, this is gonna we have a good year." Like, so it was cool, man. And then obviously watching the two rookie girls come through, like Maze and Kato, like having them there, and then seeing their kind of results come through, I was like looking at them like, "Oh, like I think they're gonna qualify through." Even on after the first submission ended, and then I saw where they were sitting, I was like, "Holy shit!" I think that. And you have to be careful what you say in those interactions with athletes, because you don't want to like make them assume that they're going to make it. But then you also don't want them to think that they've got no chance. So it has to be like, hey, I think you're in a really solid spot, but like, let's just make sure we execute on these next two and see where the chips fall, So yeah, it was a cool time, man, especially like, four individual athletes from the gym qualifying through. I think that's like unreal.
Yeah, that's a testament. That is. So Georgia, I think after you, obviously how far away from you? You said 2 weeks and you're out of here? 3 weeks. Yeah. How is the training looking for you now? It's not so much like Jake hopping in and helping you out. What's your training looking like heading towards the games? How are you feeling?
Well, he's pretty well programming for me, because obviously he knows best what is like my weaknesses and more of my strength. So we're just doing a lot of different things. So swimming once a week, bit of outdoor bike riding, not like a whole strength like cycle, like still touching a barbell and lifting a couple of times a week, but not actually, trying to like get too much stronger, just stay where I am and stuff. And then, some wild metcons, I guess, that you might see. So just like a general CrossFit, but also weird things, pegboards or just anything a little bit funky, and trying new skills. Like we'll spend half an hour on some sessions just playing around with random handstand things or forward and backward rolls through the rings and all just weird stuff in case it shows up, just trying to touch anything and everything.
Yeah, fair enough. And you already touched on it before. Jake has obviously been to the games. How valuable are you finding that experience, having that leading up?
Very. I think it takes a lot of like the unknown away, because he has already been there and knows what it's like, and obviously knows what I'm going through in the lead up, and then like what I will be going through when I get there. So I think it's really helpful and beneficial knowing that he's been there and he can understand what I am and will go through, where I feel like maybe some other people can't. Like they will try to understand, but I feel like you just can't until you've done it. So I think I'm happy to sort of lean on him because he's been there and done that.
Yeah, fair enough. It sounds like the prep's going pretty well. We never know what old Dave Castro he's going to throw at you. Has Dave gotten your DMs yet?
No, he hasn't slid in yet, so we'll have to see. He does.
Don't say it like that. You must be looking forward to that one. That'll be a pretty cool chat.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I don't know if he'll actually get to me by the time we get there. Maybe not, but
surely.
We'll see. Yeah, I did say that, but...
Yeah, if I can ask, that final workout at the Pro, pardon me, when you finished that workout, did you know that you'd qualified, or was there, at what point were you 100% sure that you were going?
Probably when Bella called me over for an interview and she said it, but still at that point you're not 100% sure. Yeah. You still would just wait for the actual results. But I did know before that workout that I think I just had to beat Danielle Ford, so I assumed I did, obviously just following Maddie over the finish line. So like I had an inkling, but you're never really certain until you actually know. So yeah, that was a bit wild.
Yeah, fair enough. I remember last year we had a rapid wave of emotion come from Jake once he realised he'd done it. How were you feeling internally, sort of getting that news?
I don't know. I was just shocked. It was not on my radar. I mean, it was on my radar. Like you want to get there, but at the start of the weekend, I wasn't very hopeful for myself. Like in all honesty, I didn't think I had the best open or quarters compared to other years. So I just thought that, maybe it wasn't going to be one of my best years. So for it to actually happen, I was pretty shocked. Like regardless of the result, I was extremely happy with how my Saturday went. Like I was on a really high from how I performed on the Saturday with those events. And I knew Sunday wasn't like a horrific day for me, and I was excited for the last workout. So I think, once events 4 and 5 had passed, and then I was ending on a good workout or a workout that I thought would be okay for me, was just like I was happy with that. And then obviously the results are shown for the work I put in, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I wasn't expecting it, so for it to actually happen, like it be a reality, was weird, but awesome at the same time.
Oh, good. So Matt, what are you going to do while they're in the States? What is your plan?
Start training for the team.
Oh, sweet.
Lockdown.
When do you want me? When do you want me over?
When they go to the States, we'll fly you in. You can come in, we'll go. They're doing their thing, we're doing our thing. Simple as that.
Yeah, easy as.
Nothing's getting done in Tamworth with you over there, mate.
Yeah, they're good pubs there. Good.
I'll have fun in a cardboard box. There's beer involved, so we'll be right. It'll be fine.
How good.
But no, I'll literally run the gym. So everything that needs to be done around here, we've got a couple of other coaches that'll help out. I'll just make sure that they're sorted. And yeah, do the programming sorted. Whatever, make sure the members are looked after, and yeah, get them in and get them training. And we might even get a big crew of us to go to one of those said pubs that you just mentioned, and get it on the big screen, and we might watch.
Fuck, that'd be cool.
We'll watch it. Yeah, it'd be good.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
I think one of the members here, she owns a pub in town, which is a really good pub. So I'll hit her up and say, can we watch the games out the back and get a big crew of us together?
Fuck, that'd be cool. That'd get pretty messy,
Yeah,
surely.
Oh no, we're fine. Absolutely not.
Sweet.
Unlike Shandy's, mate, all day for me.
You haven't let her know it's a 4-day bender, that. You know?
Yeah, bro, we're not leaving.
That's right. He will shut the gym down for the week whilst he's competing. We'll just make sure we watch it.
Yeah. No, it's good. When we were over there, we did want to sit down with you and talk about the affiliate side of things, because we've done a few affiliate series here with New Zealand affiliate owners. Wanted to get the sort of Australian side of things going on. So how have you found, so when did you step into it? Like what year, and how have you found being an affiliate owner over these years?
So 2020.
Yeah.
I mean, the question is obviously would be best off answered by him, Jay. Just he's had obviously so many years involved with it. I've had a little bit to do with it, obviously, in the past 4 years. But yeah, it's a hard question to answer, because you can see that they're trying, or you can see things are happening, but it also depends as well where you're situated. I mean, some of the things that I got told what was going to happen in CrossFit, it probably wouldn't work for a regional area such as ourselves. But I mean, yeah, I can flip that one over to Jake, and if you ask questions, and yeah, I'm more than happy to answer that for sure.
Yeah, well, that's probably good, because last time you were on was all, athlete, you were heading to the games. So yeah, if you put your affiliate owner hat on now, Jake, same sort of question. How have you seen it over the years?
Yeah, it's cool. It's like it's slightly frustrating, but it's very rewarding. Like I love CrossFit. I love CrossFit, the methodology. My only problem with it is like a standardization of like what an affiliate should look like, and who's holding the standard of that. I think that's my only problem with like the affiliate model as it is, and being an affiliate owner. Like there could be 4 CrossFit gyms around you, and then it's like, who's holding the standard here? What's the price point? And then like, have you got cowboys in that don't really know movement and they're injuring people? Have you got, a sports scientist that's doing the programming? And it's like, does that make sense? It's kind of, it's a really tricky subject. Overall, I obviously love it because we're still an affiliate 10 years deep. We did have the rebrand of like athletic from CrossFit, and that was pretty much in that weird time when all the Glassman stuff happened, and we kind of wanted to make sure like, hey, we're for the methodology, but we're not necessarily for the man at this point in time. So yeah, we obviously stayed affiliated right through it. But yeah, look, I believe in the methodology and I love it, and I'll train like this always. And as long as I've still got the passion for it, we'll remain an affiliate,
I think I know exactly what you're talking about there with the standardization, because it is very frustrating. Like I've fucking hit my head against the wall. Like I've had members say like, why do you keep telling me to squat low on a wall ball when like they can see, things like other gyms doing exactly the opposite and not being held to the standard, or going to a competition and a judge not holding to the standard. It's like, well, because I'm trying to teach you to move well. And yeah, I do see that the trickle down from the top isn't really sort of hammering that home or helping us out. And I don't know how much they can do. Like, I'm not here to fucking answer that question, but it is. I know exactly what you mean. It's very frustrating for that reason.
Yeah, well, I think part of it is the movement side of things. You know, whether someone's seeing someone like not squat to depth or not extend on burpees or step up on a box step up or things like that, right? But then another side of what I mean when I talk about standardization is like, what's the care factor in the program that's being delivered on a day to day? Like, where's the thought process between like what workouts are happening, what movements did we do today? Where's our total weekly tonnage? You know, like what are you giving to a general person, like not an athlete, like forget that people are athletes for a second, like just someone, Joe Blow off the street who's never done a thing. When he walks into any affiliate, what's the first workout he's going to do? And I understand we can talk all day about, oh, it's like universal scalability or whatever you want to say, but like who's holding the standard to that? You know, because that one gym in every 10 maybe that isn't doing the appropriate thing for that person walking in and they walk out injured or something, like that's a bad blow for CrossFit. And that's a strike against Snake CrossFit. But I didn't touch that person. Like, hey, no, like that's not CrossFit that did that. That's the person that did it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
100%. Yeah, I know what you mean.
But like a CrossFit gym or a CrossFit affiliate, the success is dependent on like the person running it, because the people that are running it or the people that are like leading the gym forward, their philosophies and they're going to trickle down into that environment. Whereas like you can't say like whether where my gym is successful or not doesn't have a lot to do with CrossFit being successful or not. Does that make sense? Whereas like another CrossFit gym that maybe is injuring people or something, that's going to affect my gym.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. I think on that, like, I had a mate say to me, because I was questioning the affiliation fees, like, if you were to get rid of the affiliation fee, I'd probably still that affiliation fee. Get rid of the affiliate, I'd probably still teach that methodology, because it's what I know, it's what I do, and it's what I love, and I truly do believe in it to be successful for people's lives. If I was to get rid of that, would I be comfortable with what I have? And I was like, well, yeah, okay. So I hope that sort of ties into what you're trying to say is, with or without the CrossFit thing, I'm very happy with the product that I've got in my gym. So sorry.
Yeah, and I'm happy to pay that affiliate fee, because like, no, I'm 100% using your methodology. Like I do your L1 and L2, like, and I'm for it and I live it and I breathe it. But yeah, like I would love to see more. I would love us to have more things that we had to do as an affiliate owner. Maybe you need to submit your programming on a monthly basis so someone can check it and be like, hey, you've done friggin' Murph 3 times this month. Like, well, what? But
yeah,
you know what I mean? I think that's like all those things I'd be more than willing to do. I'd love to see us become more professional in the space.
100%. Yeah, 100%. I think them doing the L2 is good. I think to be an affiliate owner, you shouldn't just have your L1. I think you should have your L2, if not more. I think the L2 could probably be more, I don't want to say comprehensive, because I did like the course. It was a really good course, and I did enjoy doing it. The test afterwards was very, I don't know anyone who's failing that. When you get to redo it if you get it wrong. Like, hey, try again, same question. 3 different answers.
Yeah, so I did my L2 years ago, man, and then when it was coming up for renewal, I actually went back and did my L1 because like I found that there was more value in understanding like the methodology. That's what I felt like. I felt like I'd been coaching long enough, and I understood. I thought the L2 was great for coaching. You know, like it's very hands-on, teaches you how to coach better, like teach, see, and correct. And then we built like a model of talking to our coaches that was just a little bit more like detailed on that. So it's like I was able to take that and be like, hey, this is how I want us to try and coach. And then I just think like understanding the methodology though, I actually prefer the L1.
Yeah, 100%. Like that's what I was sort of getting at, that the L2 could be more comprehensive in another step up, because the L1 is a sick course. It is a fucking good course. And like Moses came on last week, said the same thing. Like, even if you never coach but you do CrossFit, like go do your L1, because there's so much value in that course.
Yeah, and even if you didn't like CrossFit, if you went and did your L1, you're probably walking out drinking the Kool-Aid. Like they do a really good job of like selling it. Hey, like I think it's a good course to try and get someone into CrossFit for sure.
Yeah. I like the dudes that did my L1. They did my L2 as well, but they had said they'd gone to America to do like L1 training and stuff like that. But they tailor it towards, because there are a couple of Aussie dudes doing it, or did mine, but they tailor it towards the Aussies and New Zealanders. Like we don't fucking generally buy into the American way of doing things. Like very like big and like, yeah, look at us. Yeah, cool. So yeah, I like the way that they actually present the L1. It's definitely not just obviously it's a course that CrossFit endorse, but the way that we do it on this side of the world is very like it's understandable and relatable. So great course.
Yeah, and it probably needs to happen, right? Like just culturally, we have different ways that we approach things, and we speak different ways, and like what's mannerisms and all that kind of thing is different. So that's probably like what needs to happen, anyways, right?
Yeah, just better. You can just say that. We're just better this side of the world. Yeah, so
I got too many American homies, man. With the Americans,
we haven't crossed the bridge yet, but we'll get there. When we got there, I'll take it all back. But until then,
He's not anti-America team.
at all. Not at all.
You could have fooled me.
Yeah. Affiliate chat. Did you guys want a cuppa while we sit down and let these two fucking...
Jealous here, I'm talking to Matt.
How come you picked squat depth as your example there, mate?
Well, it's just it wasn't a dig at you.
Oh, okay. Got the mobility of a 90-year-old war vet.
I'll tell you what though, when this man first came in, like fuck to where he is now, credit, this man's worked his ass off.
Hey, I made it onto the Torian Pro floor.
You did. You did.
Anyways, that's enough about me. Any one of you guys can answer this one. Coming home from Torian, obviously we had a lot of pride and probably a lot of heartbreak. How was the reception from the Snake Athletic community?
Me. Supportive as always. I feel like they don't care how well we do or anything like that.
Yeah.
They're always just like so proud of us going out there and giving it our best. So yeah, they always love to just see us come home and always asking us, how was it? What was the worst one? Oh, that workout looked rough. And then, they've got to do a variation of it in class. So they get a little bit of a taste of what it might be like with those workouts. But yeah, they're always just happy to see us home.
Yeah, that's sick. How do you feed off?
Which also to the greater community, like Tamworth obviously being a smaller town, it stems out into that, but also the greater region, which is really, really cool. It was really good to see when we had a fundraiser for PEP a couple of weeks ago, like just the outreach that it has. And I just think, the continual success of these guys and obviously the other two girls this year, it's just starting to get like a little bit more well known within this Tamworth community, which is really cool to see.
Yeah, no, that's wicked. Did you make the local paper, G? Get a shout out on the community page on Facebook.
She is the paper now. Once a week.
Oh man, how big is Tamworth? I think we went over this before.
Yeah, you answered it weird last time.
Did I?
You said 30,000.
30? Isn't it like 52?
Oh, the greater region, I think they said 60, 65 to 70.
Actually, she did answer it weird because I had to Google what she called it. Fuck you.
What did I call it?
I can't remember.
Well, we were trying to figure out if it's like it's not a town, but it's not a city. It's like in the middle.
In between.
Town. I say it's a town.
I might have been thinking of like a country town.
You're thinking like the main street. Yeah, 70,000, that'll get you out of trouble.
Also, is that beeping? Is that your fire alarm going off, or am I hearing things?
No,
That's
Quit moving
there's a lot of desk.
Yeah, well, you kind of answered my question there, but how do you feed off the excitement that's going on in town right now, especially at the gym? You guys had that fundraiser comp, like, how are you, sort of feeding off that going to the games, Georgia?
Just feeling the support, really. It's pretty cool and eye-opening to see so many people that you don't know come and support you. They just want to see me get there. Like, they don't really care how I'm going to go, or they don't expect anything of me, but they're all rallying around me, literally just get me on a plane and, set foot there to start with. So I think that's really cool. And I'm really proud to be a part of that kind of community.
Nice. And who's going over with you when you first go over?
My partner Toby will come over with me for the whole time. And then Jake, his mum, and my mum will come over for the week of the games.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the crew right there.
Easy. Have you got anything else to add?
No, those are my notes, done and dusted.
Listen, team, we're coming up on 50 minutes here. We'll probably aim to end it here. We do have a new tradition to end this. Thanks to, actually, fucking Jake, let's rewind this shit. You're part of the reason we've changed this. We used to do the workout. When you...
You're a pussy,
Fuck you. Oh, just a 40-minute blowout. I nearly fucking died.
Hey, you're the captain of your ship, mate. If you're going on an affiliate, surely you could scale it.
Well, I fucking had to 5 rounds in, but holy shit. I tried to hang on.
That's good, man. Effort, like E for effort, though. You know what I mean?
To be fair, I redid it without the assault bike, a lot easier. The assault bike fucking ruined me.
No, good. And you just imagine having Fraser standing over your shoulder on that assault bike. You just imagine.
I would have told him to fuck off real quick.
He's got a lot of guns, Fraser. You don't say too much.
Yeah, nah, sorry, Matt. Sorry, sir. I was just joking.
Guess what? He's got 1 T2, my man. So you're doing a great job.
Fuck, are you replacing me with
There's
him?
levels. There's levels.
Are you seriously replacing him with me with him? Oh,
Yeah.
fucking hell.
Mate, imagine this for a second. Down under, team division, you see Matt attack. You got Matt Crowe and Matt Fraser getting on the floor. What are you going to say?
Coach.
I will be furious.
He's like, this is going to be my team.
I named that team.
I'm the Matt in attack.
Wind it back.
Is it teams of 3? Or was it teams of 2 this year at Down Under?
I think elite is 2, and then intermediate and RX are 3s, maybe.
Listen.
Or RX
Hey,
and elite.
If
But
you
yeah,
can
top
pull
3
some
is-
strings and we go, me, you, and Fraser, intermediate.
I'll show you how to scale the work.
Fucking hell. Listen.
I'll send you a text to see if he's keen. I'll tell him to watch this, and we can go from there.
Yeah, good. So, I mean, Mat Attack alone, that's got to happen. That's got to happen.
You just said you'd tell him to fuck off about 5 minutes
Just
ago.
leave that bit out. Leave that bit right
I
out.
had all that stuff about the Americans before, but I'm just telling you to watch. Yeah.
Just digging that hole, bro.
I'm actually editing this episode, so that bit's never making it.
Oh, God. Oh, what was that?
I don't know.
Something just went crash.
See what that was again.
Anyway, where were we? Anyway, so yeah, we're ending this by asking questions now because sick
We
of,
can handle questions.
sick of dying.
Was that the last workout? Was mine the last one that you did?
Nah. The last one was horrendous. It was Kelsu, but instead of burpees, pistols. I was like, what? What are we doing here, team? Like,
yours-
what are we doing here?
Yours should have been the last
you
workout.
400 fucking squats.
Oh, nah, it was stupid.
Just before you ask questions, I can't take any more questions on Mat Attack, so you're going to have to reroute
Yeah.
whatever your questions.
Hey, Moses asked the questions, mate. We got no say.
Oh, right. Is that it?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So Moses Patello, EXF owner, captain of the team, has got 2 questions for you.
I reckon all 3 you have to give us your answers.
Yeah,
See how we
yeah.
go.
We'll go through all 3 of you. Let's drag this out.
Should we do the serious one first? Or the Okay. We're gonna start with the less serious question. Would you rather have to do every workout at the CrossFit Games wearing that big inflatable dinosaur costume, or sing Eye of the Tiger loud as the entire time you're competing?
One of you.
What?
Oh, me go first. I'd probably go with the Eye of the Tiger. I'd be fucking.
You'd be too out of breath to do that, though.
Okay. Okay.
I would
Wow.
Oh,
I'd wear the suit.
gee whiz. Hello again.
Oh, hello. Sorry, boys.
Right. Matt?
Yeah, I would sing though. That's what I would do. Yeah, I would sing as I was working out for sure. I already give enough. Actually, we're going to do a little mic'd up workout against each other soon. So we do enough chatting to each other. I'm pretty confident I could sing and,
All right.
and keep.
Oh yeah, we want to see Eye of the Tiger in there somewhere.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. All right.
Yeah, I'll sing. I don't care.
Oh, fuck it, baby. I'll sing right now.
He'll sing with the dinosaur costume on.
Okay.
Wouldn't you like
Good to know.
power cleaning that T-Rex suit, wouldn't you? That'd look well.
It'd go viral, I'll give you that.
It's not the first time.
Okay. And his second question, I don't know if he's allowed to do 2 questions, but he has. Would you rather qualify for the CrossFit Games every year but never make the podium, or qualify only once, win the games, and never compete again?
I would win.
Win once and
Win
done.
this year.
One and done.
Yeah.
Yeah, same, because I'll just go back to my normal lifestyle after
Win
I win
it
it.
in a T-Rex suit, having sung the whole time.
I'll tell you, yeah, I'll be lane 9. Get the job done.
Well, are you saying that you would qualify every year that you tried?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there a cap on how many years?
Well,
I'm just doing some maths.
until
sponsorship.
you're no longer alive, I guess.
Am I my current?
Well, you're asking far too many questions here for a very hypothetical.
I'll ask some questions. At this stage, if you ask me that right now, yeah, man, I'm winning it once. Yeah, I would have won it last year, and we'd be talking about my win. So.
Just one hiccup.
How about you, Matty?
Yeah, I'd win it once. Absolutely. Take the glory.
Easy.
That's it. Just
But never to tour again.
Just get the banner up on the wall, and that's me. Done.
How good.
Just sit around and tell everyone about it.
Fuck you.
That time 15 years ago when I won the games. Oh,
Remember the captain of Mad Attack? Fuck, he was good back in the day.
Wonder what happened to you.
Yeah, at some pub in Tamworth. Oh, listen, guys, I'm so glad we finally got this done. Thank you, Matt, for sorting this out. There was a few back and forths going on.
yeah, 100%. We got there in the end, team. It was a bit of a mad scramble in Brizzy, but it didn't eventuate. But here we are now. Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate your guys' time. George, all the best in your training and travels. And yeah, all the best to the boys getting over and supporting G.
Let's get it.
Yeah, awesome. You.
Man,
Thank you, boys.
easy.
Having us.
Enjoy the rest of the...
Before we sign off, anyone you guys want to give a quick shout out?
Oh, we've had an into.
Hey?
Shout out to Fraser and Mad Attack.
Yeah! Clip it. End it. We're done. Awesome.
Yeah, I do. Wait, I do. I want to say hey to Belly, and then hey to Frankie and hey to Johnny.
Yeah.
So you better put that in so that I can show them. All right.
100%.
And you can delete this part.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got the notes? Editing notes?
Yeah, you got 48 hours to have it live as well. So, yeah.
I've never been more frightened in my life. Oh, dear.
Can you close it off with the Art Attack old show back in the 90s, but say Mad
Fuck,
Attack?
Art Attack. Oh, bro.
Oh, hit no.
Yes, man.
No.
Oh, make this happen, team. Matt Fraser.
Oh, that's it. That's right. We're running out to that theme music.
Man, what a throwback. Jesus, that's unlocked a very core memory.
Yeah, take the time. Away we go.
How good. You remember that show, Georgia? Surely. Back in...
Yeah. Wasn't it on last night?
Alrighty, boys and girls. Goodbye. It's been real.
Thanks, boys.
Easy. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Good.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Thank you.